For sure. A lot of talk about this morning. Well, not too much to talk about this morning. Should airlines allow other passengers to move so families stay together? That's a big talker today after a group of parents, they formed this online petition urging airlines to stop making them pay to reserve seats for families instead.
So you'd be forced to move, right?
Yeah. Move other passengers.
Yeah.
So the thing is this. So apparently there is already a rule in place that airlines need to seat any family members under the age of 14 together.
It's a law that passed in 2016.
But they're not really following it apparently because
DOT is not, because they have not received enough complaints about it. And so they're not enforcing it.
I don't understand why they have a rule if they're not going to
enforce it.
I don't understand that either. But
when did this rule start, by the way?
Well, the law was passed by Congress in 2016. DOT, they have a statement on their website basically saying they don't have enough complaints, and we found out there have been 130
That's just
complaints
ridiculous,
in some
though.
sort of time
If a
frame.
law is a law, you should enforce the law just because it's the law.
Well, that's why they have on their website, when you're reserving a flight or booking a flight, make sure you go ahead and pay that extra to reserve your seats with your family if you want to stay together.
Yes.
So, the thing is, I feel like all of this could be very easily avoided. For one, if the airlines didn't charge us extra for picking specific seats, but they're not going to change, so I understand that.
But at one time they didn't do that.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It wasn't too many years ago. But
no,
the
it
other
was
part of that,
a couple of years ago.
Is then if they could handle this all before we get on the plane.
And they're saying handle it by paying extra to keep your family together.
But see, here's what I don't understand by this, because I get that there are different unions involved, right? So there's I feel for flight attendants because I know that they are doing so much work before they actually start to get paid and on the clock, because they don't start to get paid until the door closes. But they're doing so many things, shuffling people around, and so it really falls on them, because if someone says, hey, I need this person to move, then they're the ones who are going to have to
go.
Is that the pilot doing that?
No, they're asking people, hey, do you mind moving? You know, this 5-year-old wants to sit with their
In my
parents.
mind, I'm thinking this could slow down the takeoff and landing process. And I know you always hear people say, well, let's just resolve this once we take off, sit in your assigned seats, and then you guys can work it out. I guess that's why they say that. But I would think that it'd be in the best interest of the airlines to not make any sort of anything that could allow them to be late, because minutes count so much money
Well,
for
even
airlines.
you have stragglers who come to the plane
They get fined
minutes before they close it. So you have to, they usually, I feel like, if last time I checked when I was on a flight and I noticed someone wanted to change seats, they make everyone sit down, make sure everyone is on before, so they do kind of wait a little bit, which
but
can
this new rule, I had never heard about this. It's not out there. It's not made public. No one, I guarantee most people don't even know about it. So let's get that information out so people are aware of it. Not us, but the airlines should do that.
So our producer's saying every minute of a delay costs $78 per person? It can't just be $78. It has to be much more than that.
One out.
I don't know. The producer. Per person.
I do feel like, however, and this might not always be a popular viewpoint, it is incumbent upon the family to take the appropriate measures to make sure this doesn't happen. So whether you are a family member or you're just traveling with you and your significant other, if you want to make sure you sit together, the rules of the road now, or the skies, is that you pay for the extra to sit together. I mean, and we don't like it. None of us like it.
It's very expensive to fly, regardless.
But it's
something
inconsiderate.
You should know before you fly.
Well, I think it's inconsiderate to other passengers if you don't take that precaution and then expect them to move.
Well, I mean, someone like me,
you
take someone like me. I pay extra to sit in an area because I'm just like, my legs are so long.
You're a string bean.
And so someone says, hey, we need you to move, and I paid extra, and I'm going to feel bad. This little kid right there, so okay. And so I'm sitting like this.
Yes, when you paid for your seat.
The fact of the matter is, I mean, folks at home, strangers don't want to sit next to your kids anymore. Your kids want to sit next to strangers.
Yeah.
That's just the truth of the matter. Unfortunately, it's the situation we find ourselves in. I mean, I know growing up, we took very, very few flights because it gets so expensive for that reason. But I can remember several times. I can remember there was a flying back from Detroit one time, and I was a young kid, and there was a guy kicking my chair behind me, and I was by myself because we were scared it out all across the plane because that's what happened. And Dad was like, tough, deal with it. You're 7 years old, but get over it. You're on a plane. And it was fine. I mean, and it worked out perfectly fine. And still, I'm scared to say about the flight from Detroit.
Right, I was going to say, you remember that flight from Detroit.
But I'm just like,
Changed you.
It's a luxury to fly in and of itself.
Correct.
Most people don't do it on a regular basis. I mean,
you know what? It's also a hassle to fly.
It is.
It's just not fun like it used to be.
And so when I hear about families taking these huge trips together, I think it's fantastic. But it's expensive.
Expensive. And
It's expensive for everyone.
uncomfortable.
At the end of the day, I feel like is there a win-win situation? Because if you are a family of 3, you really don't, you're already paying for the flight itself. You don't want to pay for that extra reservation to make sure
Nobody
everyone
does,
is
though.
together.
No.
But then, no one does.
No
but
one
then,
does.
on the other hand, you don't want to be that person on the flight who has to, but feel bad to move if a flight attendant asks
Are you made to do it, or is it voluntary?
I don't think people are ever made to move because of to allow a kid to sit with their parent.
The rule is that the airlines are supposed to be seating everyone. If the kid is 14 or under, they're supposed to be issuing tickets for everyone to sit together.
Yeah.
The thing is, they're not following that, is what I
that is
gather.
the rule?
Yes.
Written rule.
Under
okay.
14. However, when you go book a flight right now, if you want to reserve seats, it comes with a price tag. So this group of parents, this petition they're signing for is urging airlines to stop making people pay to reserve for families to sit together.
I guarantee the airlines will never stop that.
No.
And so even though there's a law saying that
Yeah.
it should be at no cost, DOT, Department of Transportation, they're saying they haven't received enough complaints to actually enforce it. So as of right now, you got to pay to sit
Let's
with
start
your family.
complaining.
Here's another
today.
thing that I don't get, though, because so I just recently booked a flight, and it said basic economy. You know how now there's economy, basic economy, first class, business class, all these things. So they show you the different levels and how much the tickets are.
Right.
It goes from basic economy all the way up to first class. Basic economy says you don't get to choose your ticket, you don't get to choose your seats, but you can choose a seat and pay for it. Economy says the same thing. So why would you? So basic economy and economy are now becoming the same kind of ticket. And then you've got your business class, which is seated in the first class, but you don't get to choose your seats. It's like this whole thing is so convoluted.
Yeah.
Let's just
It's all
have.
about money.
The point is, none of us like it. And so
Yeah.
if you're Carolyn flying alone and you're trying to go cheap, you're going to go economy and you're not going to pay.
But for me, so what I was going to say is, for me, it's worth it to know that I'm not sitting in the back seat.
Sure.
Correct.
So I'm paying the extra. I don't want to pay. Who
No,
wants to? No
that's
one.
my
But I'm
point.
paying the extra money, so I know I have the seat where I want. I know that I can get in and get out and do. You know what I mean? So it's worth it to me to have that peace of mind. And if it's worth it for a family to have the peace of mind that their children are
It's
sitting
so
next to them,
expensive for
pay for the
families.
seats.
That's the problem.
It's expensive
Yeah,
for
it's
everybody,
expensive.
But I
though.
mean, if you got a family, it's even more expensive. You know,
Well, 'cause you have more people.
Well, it's more people, and some people are challenged. Some people have to fly who really can't afford to fly. Sometimes
In
have
the
to
first
fly
place, have to
in
fly.
emergencies or family crisis or something like that. That's what's so unfair about. I hate to say this about airlines, but let's make it more equitable for everybody. It's just too expensive.
And that's what the petition
Yeah.
is all about.
How do we sign that petition?
I can forward you the link.
She can figure
I
it
can
out.
forward you the link.
Excuse me.
Carolyn.
You know what? Tuesdays are harder for me than Mondays.
Always.
We always talk about this, but you know
always.
what? Tomorrow's Wednesday, and
Yes.
we're going to be closer to the
So close
weekend.
to the weekend.
And then, we'll be okay. And then Friday, you're going to be in a good mood, right?
Yeah.
What's next?
All right, Girl Scout cookies. What are your
Oh, yeah.
favorites?
Girl Scout cookie time.
So I also posted this on my Facebook page
Okay.
this morning, and I already got quite the response.
Oh, you did?
Ooh, let's hear it.
Including some brilliant ideas. Where is it? Oh, great.
Oh, this is top
Whoa.
reasons. Couple.
That was yesterday,
That was
right?
yesterday.
Are we still talking Girl Scouts? Okay. Grace Hutchison. Her favorite's not only Samoa, but Samoa with ice cream.
That's, you
Give me
might
some
be
more
on
ice
something.
Grace, you are amazing.
You might be on something there,
I'm like,
Grace.
wow.
That'd be good right now.
Frozen Thin Mints, which you hear everywhere.
Okay.
But you know what's really good? Frozen Thin Mints with vanilla ice cream, and you crunch them up.
Oh, yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
So it's
Like as a
mint
Don't they
crumble on
sell
top.
those? I think some of the ice cream stores.
I think
They
they
probably
have.
do.
They have like that.
Or you can buy it.
a
like
Thin
that.
Mint. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Tagalongs, which ones are those?
Oh, those are
I
good.
remember Tagalongs.
Those are the ones
Yeah.
that are the chocolate. You don't like them. They're the ones that have
peanut butter in them, too?
yeah, peanut butter, and
Yeah.
they're covered in chocolate.
Yes. Yeah, I like this.
The Do-si-dos? which
I
ones are
love
those?
Do-si-dos.
Do-si-dos are
Those
good.
are the peanut. They're the
No,
cookies with the peanut butter on the inside.
Can I ask you a question about Girl Scout cookies?
Yes.
Yes.
Does anybody know the most popular one? What sells the most? Which one?
Would it be Thin
according to
Mints,
Linda,
right?
according to Linda, one of our co-workers in the newsroom, who is the expert of all
Her
things.
daughter is a
Yeah.
great salesperson.
Yes, she almost has
Expert
500
of-
cookie
of
sales.
All things Girl Scouts. She says Thin Mints and Samoas are the most popular.
So I'm going to look this up because I know that.
While you're looking that up, let's talk about some of these comments. Good
Okay.
morning, Mike Kavanaugh. Good morning, Pastor Mitchell. Good morning, Daniel Barrett. Good morning, Miss Janice Burns. Good morning, Tracy Sanders. She says her best Girl Scout cookies, hands down, Samoas.
That's right.
They're so good.
Donna, good morning. Carolyn, Kelly Kaiser says she misses you.
Oh, I miss you, Kelly Kaiser. Oh, by the way, this is National Girl Scout Cookie Weekend.
Oh.
All right.
It's February 28th.
I do know this. Girl Scout cookies were sold first in 1917.
How about that?
Middle of
Wow.
World War I.
Hey, count on Larry to know the facts. Janice White says hi.
Hello, Janice.
Larry.
Hello, Janice White.
She said she loves you.
I love you too.
Everyone loves Larry.
She
Let's
loves
share
you.
a cookie.
All right.
Is that it?
Wasn't there something else? No?
About
think-
cookies.
Okay.
I think that was it. Is there
hey.
anything else you'd like to share about your
No.
day?
I'm just hungry
by
now.
the way, shout out. We have a Facebook group, and you may not realize it.
Yes.
Our Wake Up Charlotte Facebook group. Go like it. You actually have to ask to be a part of it. It's very exclusive.
It's an exclusive club.
So if you'd like to be in, ask
I
away.
realized that we weren't always posting this on that page, so I want to make
We
sure that
should, yeah.
we're posting this on that page as well. And it's also a fun little way for us to interact.
And we want to say thank you for being members of that. And if you're not, you have to just like it, right?
What
Or
have you been doing with your life?
ask to join it, and then
Please.
you'll be a member.
Yes.
Interesting.
Need you.
All right. Head
We
over
love
to
you.
Wake Up CLT. Add us as a friend. Have a great Tuesday. We will see
Yes.
you tomorrow. More topics to come on Wake Up.
When it's
later.
Wednesday, and that means it's almost the weekend.
Woohoo!
Hands
According to
up.
Ruby.
Ruby.
According to me and only me.
Goodbye,
Bye, guys.